What's poppin'? It's your boy Conserviz34, and today we're going to look at three topics in the music industry. First, we're going to look at Pearl Jam pushing their tour dates back like LeBron James' hairline to 2022 for the European leg of the tour. Then we're going to look at Bonnaroo. They have an alleged lineup that's been leaked. I don't know if it's real or if it's fake. We'll look at that very briefly. And then we're going to look at Red Rocks. 80th year of Red Rocks Amphitheater being a thing in Morrison, Colorado, and they have a special announcement about limited capacity crowds. So first, let's look at Pearl Jam, right? Pearl Jam, they pushed back the North American tour dates already. These were dates set for the beginning of this year, moved from 2020 to 2021, now 2021 to 2022. Well, the Europe leg in the summertime has also been pushed back. Now, this is not a shock because in Europe, they've had some vaccine issues. AstraZeneca vaccine was thought to have caused blood clots. It put a delay in getting the vaccinations out in the European Union and in the UK. So they're not ready for live music in Europe in 2021 on the scale of a Pearl Jam show, right? Full crowd, sold out type thing. Also, I foresee other events in the UK being postponed or pushed to 2022. They were trying to be aggressive. Live Nation in the UK was trying to get festivals ready, set, go for 2021 in the summertime. I don't see that happening with, again, the issues of getting vaccines. In America, we are far above and beyond leading this world as far as the mass amounts of people vaccinated. A small country like Israel, they can get most of their people vaccinated because it's the size of New Jersey. But we have literally a large piece of land that is called America, and we're killing it with these vaccinations. We also invested a lot more, and we have more resources than these smaller European countries. That said, Pearl Jam moving their European tour to 2022 is no shocker. Also, keep this in mind. There are going to be alleged or potential Pearl Jam shows in 2021. They're still slated to go to See Here Now in New Jersey, September 18th, and Ohana Fest in California, September 26th. These could stay. These could get pushed back too, like LeBron James' hairline. We don't know yet. It's really too soon to tell. The one thing they have going for them is these are single state festivals. What is hurting these tour legs is trying to go across countries like Pearl Jam was trying to do in this year, or going across states, and there's varying guidelines. The travel only increases issues with COVID, even if people are vaccinated. There's just other logistical issues going state to state with different guidelines. So 2 shots to potentially see Pearl Jam in 2021 should these festivals stay as is. Speaking of festivals, Bonnaroo, there's a leaked lineup. This lineup has leaked, and the lineup has a Thursday night at the Grand Ole Opry or Opera. I can't remember how to pronounce it. I used to work in the secondary ticket market industry, and I used to hear this all the time. So I can't remember how to pronounce it. Anyway, it's out in Nashville area, Greater Nashville. Thursday night, smaller acts, and then Friday night, the Foo Fighters are allegedly headlining with the on deck setup for them as Megan Thee Stallion. Saturday, Lizzo is allegedly going to be the headliner. And then Tame Impala is that on deck setting them up, and much more acts below them. And then Sunday, Tyler, the Creator, is going to be that main headliner being set up by Lana Del Rey. Now, over the years, people talk about, the lineups got worse and worse. Of course, it's gotten worse and worse. More money, more problems, more popularity in the festival, more problems to try to book people. Festivals are expensive to book. Of course, they are leaning and changing their trends, right? What's popping now is different than what was popping in 2003 or 2004. Now you got to get the more pop acts. Yes, the Foo Fighters have Friday, but they also have a following, right? All right, you have a lot of acts in the Foo Fighters era of rock. They just not popping anymore, right? You have a Lizzo headlining. Who wants to hear Liz? Look, I'm not a diehard Lizzo fan, right? I hear her stuff that plays on, in the restaurants and in the mall, and they're catchy songs, but I don't I'm not like, oh, I have to see Lizzo, but you know what? Lizzo is going to bring a crowd. Tyler, the Creator, listen, dude is, he's I like him and Frank Ocean a little bit, but I don't, for him to headline, I'm not trying to check him out as a headliner, but you know what? A lot of kids right now in 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 26, they're trying to check out for him. They grew up with Tyler, the Creator, and this weirdo stuff that he does, the unique stuff that he does is cool to be weird. So if this is the alleged lineup, what they are doing is they're trying to get what's popping, and what's popping now is not what was popping in festivals in 2003. Let it go. All right. Let it go, folks. There's plenty of other festivals. Guess what? You can go to Lock-In for a much cheaper price. So if you're mad about, these festivals, he said, no, go quiet. There's a lot of great musical acts for lower prices in the jam band, rock and alt rock world, and even the hip hop and R&B world. You can see a lot of great acts for a low price. Stop trying to push them to be headliners at Bonnaroo. Just don't go. All right. Anyway, we're going to go to Red Rocks here. Red Rocks has announced they have plans set up to have a capacity of 2,500 people. All right. This is just a percentage of what they typically have at their venue. And what I am projecting is that you are going to see these mid-tier bands have shows. By mid-tier, I mean Goose, Humphreys McGee, Pigeons Playing Ping Pong, Joe Russo's Almost Dead, the Disco Biscuits. These are acts. Even Government Mule may get up in there and put on a couple of shows, flexing and popping. This is why I think these are the acts that are going to get there. These acts performed in 2021 in one way, shape, or form, right? Whether it was acoustic sets or just, I saw Government Mule with just Danny Lewis and Warren Haynes from Government Mule, just them two instead of the other brothers who were part of that group. Well, they're not brothers, they're white. But anyway, I saw them and they sold out a bunch of shows here in Connecticut with that duo. These acts had socially distanced shows and drive-ins last year. And I think that if you have a 2,500 capacity crowd, these are acts that also can get paid what they need to get paid, pay their crew. And with only 2,500 people paying for tickets, make a break even or make a little bit of money. And I'm glad to see this because I want these great touring people, the stagehands and the techies and everyone that's behind the scenes to be able to have another stop on these smaller tours where you see people going across the East Coast and some Midwest shows and even some Southern shows. Again, even with the open no mask policies, Goose and other bands like this are having socially distanced shows in Florida. So they're keeping everyone safe. They're limiting the crowds, and they could come to Red Rocks. Here is the one concern I have is the demand. Here in Connecticut, we have a lot of jam band type fans that are in the New York City area and Connecticut. Some will travel down from Mass. The Government Mule shows sold out mad quick. They're adding another one. J-Rad, Joe Russo's Almost Dead, sold out mad quick. We'll see if they add more shows. But these shows, even in a market like Connecticut, are popping. All right. It's not even New York City. They're moving it to Connecticut. And here in New Haven, they are selling out shows mad quick. So a market like Denver that's going to be a hub of Western folk who want to see live music at Red Rocks, I really foresee that there's going to be a lot of challenges to get tickets to these shows. And we'll see if artists add additional dates. And even with these mid-tier bands, people are thirsting for these shows. I mean, Warren Haynes and Danny Lewis, they had 6, 7, 8 shows here in Connecticut last year. Now this is a 500 person capacity, but that's equivalent to the market. 500 people and 2,500 in Red Rocks is kind of comparable to what Connecticut's pop is versus Denver and what they attract from the West. People will drive 2 states over to go to Red Rocks. So the biggest concern I have with Red Rocks is the supply of tickets is going to be lower than demand, which we already know. And these mid-tier bands are the most feasible ones for the profit margins, but you're going to have a lot of people anxious to get to these shows. And I think that you're going to see on sale day a fight to get whatever you can. Secondaries will be pretty expensive because, again, you have 2,500 people, not 7, 8, 9, 10,000 people filling up full Red Rocks, only 2,500. People will camp. People will take their trailers or their RVs to go to these type of jam band hippie shows. and it's going to be high demand. You're going to have a lot of people probably waiting outside, looking for someone to spread the love, looking to buy secondary tickets. I do predict that the Red Rock shows will sell out mad quick, and you're going to have huge demand. You're going to have a party outside of the musical party for people who just want to be there, just want to hear the music bounce off the rocks and chill in the RV in the greater Morrison, Colorado park there for Red Rocks. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. I foresee with Pearl Jam, what they're doing, I foresee more acts coming in the next couple of weeks, and I will have a video as well later this week looking at some things I found about Dave Matthews Band and Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion. Mr. Boy Conserviz 34, I'm out. Peace.